Okay, math lesson 60. And we're going to start with side A. All right, now whenever we see a math problem like this, we need to read it more than twice. So I need someone to read it once for me, the first time. Tristan, will you read it the first time?
Courtney wants to make a bracelet with a yellow, yellow, red, green, green repeating pattern. She will use 10 beads to make her bracelet. Show how many of each color bead she will need.
Good. Gitano, will you read it for the second time?
Courtney wants to make a bracelet with a yellow, yellow, red, green, green repeating pattern. She will use 10 beads to make her bracelet. Show how many of each color bead she will need.
Okay, Gitano, what's the first thing we're going to do?
Have a pattern of beads with yellow, yellow, red, green, green.
Okay, I think that's going to be the last thing we do. What do we need to draw first? We know that's the pattern, but what do we need to draw first?
Beads.
How many beads?
10.
Very good. So we're going to draw 10 beads. Okay. Now, let's read it one more time. And this next time, you're going to need some crayons. Next time, we're going to color it. So, Caitlin, will you read it one more time?
Otto wants to make a bracelet with yellow, yellow, red, green, green repeating pattern. She will use 10 beads to make her bracelet. Show how many of each color bead she will need.
Okay, so what's this first bead going to be colored, Caitlin?
Yellow.
And the second one?
Yellow.
Then the third one?
Red.
Yes. And then what?
Green.
And then?
Yellow.
Yellow, yellow, red.
Green.
And then? What comes after the first green?
Yellow.
No, not yet. You got to finish this pattern. Yellow, yellow, red, green, then?
Green.
Good. Okay, so here's our pattern. Yellow, yellow, red, green, green. Then we're going to repeat the pattern. Okay? Yellow, yellow, red, green, green. Okay. Now on the bottom, it just wants to know how many yellow, red, and green beads will Courtney need to make her bracelet. So how many yellow beads will she need, Miley C?
4 beads.
How many red beads will she need, Kyrie? Good, 2. I saw with your fingers you were pointing them out. How many green beads is she going to need, Miley R?
4 beads.
Good. You guys are getting quicker and quicker at these. All right, let's flip our paper over to the back side. Okay, let's give this one a good old read. Jalen, will you read it the first time?
Deanna wants to make a necklace with a blue, yellow, red, yellow. Repeating pattern, she will use 12 beads to make her necklace. Show how many of each color bead she will need.
Good. Let's read it for the second time. Ian, will you read, please?
I'm not smart, but I'll read it.
Ian, I want you to stay after class with that comment, okay? Because we're going to talk about that. We shouldn't be talking like that. Okay, so can you read it?
Deanna wants to make a necklace with blue, yellow, red, yellow repeating pattern. She will use 12 beads to make her necklace. Show how many of each color bead she'll need.
Okay, so what are we going to draw first, Ian? What are we going to draw first like we did on the other side?
Yellow.
No, we're not going to. What did we draw first? What is the first thing we need to draw first? Emily?
12 beads.
12 beads. So go ahead and draw your 12 beads. Okay, bless you, Kyrie. I saw that sneeze. All right, if you are finished drawing your beads, your job right now is to read the rest of this, finish coloring the beads the way they are supposed to, and answer the bottom. Okay, so go ahead and work on that on your own. We will come back in a minute and go ahead and do the bottom. So go ahead and fill in the colors. Go back up, read it again, and fill in the colors, and then answer how many blue, yellow, and red beads. Okay, go ahead and let's look down at the bottom. So did we act it out? Did we get up and do some acting? No. Did we draw a picture? Absolutely. Did we make a list? We didn't really make a list. Did we use our brains? Absolutely we did. And did we look for a pattern? Absolutely we did. All right, so how did we get our answer? What are our steps that we did? Yes, Ashley.
We read it more than 2 times.
Okay, so we read the paragraph. More than twice. Good. All right. What did we do after we read the paragraph more than twice. Miley C., what did we do?
We drew the picture.
We drew the beads. Good. Oops. We drew the beads. After we drew the beads, what did we do? After the beads were drawn, what did we do? Emily.
We colored it.
Yeah, we colored and followed the pattern. Then we colored the beads and followed the pattern. Okay, your job is to send me this picture only, just this side, side B. Okay? Just this side. I'm gonna leave this up here for a minute. Okay? If you notice, there's a second paper that is attached to your packet. We're going to be practicing some shapes and some angles and some sides before we put our math away. Okay? Is everyone finished writing the paragraph? Okay, come on, go quickly. The rest of you can turn to the next page, which is a geoboard, but not a real geoboard. That is a paper geoboard. We are going to make some shapes on that geoboard. All right, if you're not finished, you can stay after class and finish the paragraph with me. Let's turn over to our geoboard on the back side. You do not need to send me this. This is just practice. So what we are going to do on your geoboard, I want you guys to make a rectangle. Make a rectangle anywhere on your geoboard. You can do it anywhere. How many, first we're going to put dots on our angles. Let's put dots on our angles. There are dots here, but we're going to go over them. We're going to make them really big on our angles. So how many angles does this shape have? Ashley?
4. And was it a rectangle or was it a square?
This is a rectangle. A square has all the same side length of sides. This is a rectangle because this side and this side are longer than this side and this side.
No,
So
but,
there are 4 angles.
so we were drawing a rectangle?
Yes, I never said square, a rectangle. Yes. Okay, now, my darling, we are going to do a square. I'm going to do kind of a bigger square. Make sure all the sides are the same. This is same size as this, as this, as this. And put your dots in the angles. Okay, how many angles are in this shape? Tristan?
4.
4.
I have a question.
What is your question?
Can I use a ruler to make it straighter?
Yeah, as long as you don't fall behind. It doesn't have to be perfect. And the last shape I want you guys to do, with whatever room you have left, is to do a triangle. I'm going to do a smaller triangle. Mine up in the corner. And put your dots in your angles. And how many angles does that have? Jalen, how many angles does a triangle have?
3.
Very good. 3. Okay. Does anyone have any questions over what we've done today in math? Okay. So now the only thing you need to turn in is this side completed. It needs to be colored. This part needs to be filled out. Okay. And you can work on your problem of the day. You can work on your problem of the day now. When you're finished with your problem of the day, you need to take out your handwriting and work on page 70 to 74. Okay? Any questions? All right, if you have questions on that, let me know.